If you're a die-hard sports fan or sports fanatic, then this is the place you want to be. You're now listening to the Bramigos podcast, the best place for all sports everything. So pull up and let's go.
And you know, we already back in the building. Bramigos podcast. Y'all hear it on the intro every time. Get your ears ready. It's me and Rob back again doing our thing. You know how we get down on Bramigos podcast. And we got a little show for y'all today. You know, we coming to y'all little Aaron Rodgers, little Clippers, little Clay Travis, and you know, maybe even a new Thanksgiving option, you know, little pizza action, maybe. And we got to talk Heisman. But first, Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers.
Yeah, we have to talk about him.
Yeah, we got to talk about him. You know, it's so many things that I could say about you, Aaron, but I'm gonna let Rob go ahead and say this. Go ahead, Rob. Tell him about Aaron Rodgers.
So, in case you guys didn't know, there's a quarterback named Aaron Rodgers who's been in the league since 2005, 2006, roughly.
Yeah.
And guys, I don't want to alarm you, or I don't want to basically say something that you guys never heard, you guys probably never felt, or anything like that. But Aaron Rodgers, in both me and Nate, in our eyes, probably one of the most miserable motherfuckers living right now, at least in the sports realm.
Definitely.
And we're gonna take a journey why I think that. So if you guys remember the 2006 draft,
Yep.
or 2005, 2006 draft, Aaron Rodgers. It was between Aaron Rodgers and it was between Alex Smith as far as who was going to be the number one pick, who was going to be the first quarterback taken, all of that. Like it was between them. You know, kind of similar where it was years prior with Ryan Leaf and Peyton Manning. You know, like who are you going to take? They both seem about the same. Who are you going to take? Who is going to be your guy for the next forever? Aaron Rodgers being the California kid, being the guy that went to Cal, all of that. It was like, boom, slam dunk. San Francisco 49ers going to be the first overall picker? Like, it's a foregone conclusion. I mean, granted, Alex Smith was great at Utah. You know, got Urban Meyer basically out of there and off to Florida, where he won national championships.
Mm-hmm.
All of this happened, and Aaron Rodgers is sitting there as you know, Alex Smith is sitting there. They call the pick. Mission Tagliabue comes up. What happens? He says that the 49ers pick Alex Smith with the number one overall pick. Now, granted, you know, that draft is still going on. Other teams are picking. Like, let's pull up that, you know, that draft to basically talk about like some of the other people that you had available that Aaron Rodgers essentially, you know, was passed up for. So like you have guys by the name of, you know, let me just pull it up right quick because I lost it. Yeah, Alex Smith going number one.
Yep.
And then that number two, you got Ronnie Brown, and then number three are Braylon Edwards, Cedric Benson, number five, Tampa Bay picking Cadillac Williams. You guys remember those Auburn teams. You guys remember all that. All of these players picked before Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
All Troy Williamson, Viking legend. Andrew, like a lot of guys picked right before Aaron Rodgers.
Where? Derek Johnson.
Marcus Ware, Derek Johnson, David Pollack.
Marcus Spears, one of the people who's on ESPN now, you know. Swagoo.
But you had Aaron Rodgers sitting there with a dumb look on his face, like, what is going on? Why am I not being picked? Till they get to number 24. And now you have Aaron Rodgers being selected by the Green Bay Packers, who already had Brett Favre that was sitting right there as the quarterback. Never missed a game, you know, just always there for every single game. Aaron Rodgers had to sit 4 years before he got his opportunity at the starting quarterback as the Green Bay Packers. And that was with, you know, Brett Favre essentially having his, may I not, I don't want to play, but I do want to play. Like all of that kind of going for him. And Aaron Rodgers had to sit there. Now, mind you, Aaron Rodgers coming out of high school was a 3-star recruit. Not bad, not great. Aaron Rodgers went to the Green Bay Packers. Not the San Francisco 49ers was picking number one. Not these other teams that were picking through the top five. He had to go sit there and not play. Fast forward, Aaron Rodgers, becomes a starting quarterback, lights the world on fire, wins MVPs, wins, all these superlatives, wins Super Bowl with the Packers. We fast forward to the pandemic. Aaron Rodgers is walking the sideline without a mask.
Just nasty.
Aaron Rodgers basically just going as if everything is fine. Come to find out, never had the COVID vaccine.
Ever.
When asked, and granted, he was asked in the preseason why was he, did he take the vaccine? He said he was immunized. No follow-up, no nothing. Said he was immunized.
Just lying.
Everybody went on their way. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers was trustworthy. Aaron Rodgers was the guy who knew what he was talking about. He was the guy that would talk to Fauci. He was the guy that would, have whatever he needed to play and fight the COVID vaccine because he's that kind of guy. He's too smart.
He would never Rudy Gobert us.
Not at all. He would not lie to us, but he did. And it's kind of more like the counter George Costanza lie, where it's not alive unless you believe it. Unless you don't believe it, excuse me. Aaron Rodgers did what he felt like he needed to do for his body. And granted, I will say this, and I'll put my face to it. I understand where he was coming from. Because what he said was there was a protein that that was found within the COVID vaccines that was going to conflict with his body, and he didn't feel as though that was good for him. When it comes to your body, you have the right to say what goes in and doesn't go in it. I'm a pro-choice person when it comes to what happens with your body.
Make your
period.
Choice.
Period. But he aired where I'm not with him is that he aired himself as some kind of I know what I'm doing and I'm going to basically go with the rules however I see fit. Because I understand you not wanting to put something in your body that you don't feel is comfortable for you. I'm also to the point of if they have a set structure of where, if you choose not to do that, why don't you do it? Like, if they're saying, hey, wear a mask on the sideline, wear a mask during a press conference, and you're like, well, no, I've already did what I needed to do. I took whatever it is that I thought was right for me. That ain't what they said, bro. That's not. It's plain old not. So you can be that, but no, you didn't do it right. And he evoked the name of Dr. Martin Luther King and so many others that essentially, it's like, it's a happy or it's a good trouble, kind of thing. Like, no, you are not that. Saying that basically you immunize yourself, but you didn't actually do that in the way that they said you needed to do it, as if you're some kind of freedom fighter. No, you're not that, bro. It's not that. It's not that deep.
Preposterous.
Just wrong. So fast forward to this year. Aaron Rodgers is gone in 5 snaps. 4 on the field, 1 in his body. He basically tore his Achilles right there on Monday Night Football, first game of the season. In front of everybody, in front of the world. Now, fast forward even further to, some like weeks later. Essentially, he's walking, he's on the field throwing, he's doing all these kind of things that kind of defy logic in a sense for how old he is and for like the injury that he had. And everybody made the jokes like, man, he came back and he was, had his leg up. He was just like, like, because he's hurt. He's injured. He has a year-long injury Now, granted, there's been at least a guy that
Hey,
I could say came back from an Achilles. Yeah, Cam Akers.
yep.
He did come back for Achilles. He tore his Achilles early in the preseason and then came back towards the end of the season. Cam Akers, when he did it, was in his early 20s, an age that you can recover a lot faster than what you would in your 40s or even late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron Rodgers looking at this whole, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back because they just had a report that he's gonna try to come back Christmas Eve, where it was mid December. Now it's Christmas Eve. And in all of these things, when you talk about the draft, when you talk about him playing behind Brett Favre, and when you're talking about COVID and this Achilles, Aaron Rodgers lives a life of somebody that just wants to prove people wrong. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're saying that this can't happen or this is this way and that's all it can be, all he does is try to prove you wrong. And that, my friends, America, is fucking sad. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers has had amazing success
Amazing.
throughout the field.
All of
He
them.
was a spokesperson basically until he went all, you know, uh, damn, Joe Rogan, take horse tranquilizer or whatever the fuck it is. Like he went all that and lost everything. Like everybody
All of it.
basically has him as some kind of, I don't say pariah because that's a little bit much, but basically excommunicated from society.
Excommunicado.
Excommunicado. Like it's sad, dude. Like to live your life in just trying to prove people wrong. To say you guys said I can't come back from this, I'm gonna do it. That's not the way to live your life. Be
Mm-mm.
happy. Like I mean, granted, he was engaged to some young woman. He was dating Danica Patrick for forever. Like, you've had some good times. Like, why is it that you're wanting to basically just instead of just rolling the season? Because maybe what his thing is, and I've thought about it, like maybe what his thing is he wants to basically keep the ratings for the Jets games, some kind of thing. Like maybe he comes back, but it's not gonna be to where he's just gonna pop up today and basically suit up. He's
Mm-mm.
not gonna get cleared. Like him basically trying to do these things, A is for attention, and B is because he wants to be in your mind and in like every your consciousness to say, you are saying that I can't do this. I'm going to work my damnedest to where it's gonna happen. And I've heard some people say, well, it's a win, he's in a win now mode, and he only has so many years. You know what's gonna preserve those years? Healing correctly.
Sit
Like you
your
don't hear
ass
Kirk Cousins
down.
thinking about, oh man, I might come back for the playoffs. You don't hear Cam Akers come saying like, you know what, I might be back if the Vikings make the Super Bowl. You don't hear that.
At all.
You only are hearing, I'm trying to heal up. I'm trying to do the best I can. I might be around the guys, might not. But dude, sit your ass down. Aaron, look at me in the eyes, dude. We're both adults here. We're around friends. At least not like that, but still, you're a human being. You need to live your life better than what you're doing, dude. Stop trying to prove people wrong.
Live it the human way.
Your life is not shouldn't be built around that. Granted, people have naysayers. People have those that are just there to bring them ill will and not trying to have them succeed. But everybody wants you to succeed. Even through your shit, people still want you to succeed. I can't say that I do, but I'm just saying there's those that are out there. But thing about it is, dude, stop trying to live as though you're just trying to accomplish what don't even matter to others. They're not gonna basically stay with you. They're not gonna they gonna might pray for your downfall, but they're gonna move the fuck on faster than you are. You're sad, dude. Stop trying this. Sit up, lay back, heal, come back for next season, and stop trying to be a fucking detriment.
Yes. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Stop.
is Rob on Aaron Rodgers. Just Rob. We truly do believe that you're living a sad life right now. And we would rather you be healthy and put on a show out there for the good folks out there in New York versus trying to do all of this other shit. But moving on, I gotta go a little NBA news. I'm gonna date back to what happened a couple weeks ago. This was Brian Dameris. He went
Mm-hmm.
pretty much scorched earth on James Harden. And
Mm-hmm.
this was something that I don't think that we'd ever think that we would see from an announcer going at an actual player. And I was like, ooh, James, he's questioning people believing in you, and I wish I had someone that believed in me like Daryl Morey believed in James Harden, and he's giving him this and giving him that, and there's all of this, and now it's not even there anymore. It's a gone. It's like we've removed this from the interweb for some reason. You know what?
Mm.
Sometimes I believe that people say stuff from their heart, what he said, because he feels for the franchise. He's been for the franchise. He doesn't want to see the franchise hurt by James Harden's actions. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I feel like, Brian, you went a little smidget, just a little bit, a little smidget too hard on James, because you're not out there hooping. You're not out there hooping. You're not out there. You're not jumping organization to organization. I'm just saying, Brian. Just saying. I ain't seen you put on a Clippers uniform and suit up yet. Okay, but I understand how you feel for the Clippers. But what you got to say about that step back three, though, bro? The other night, Brian, we ain't saying nothing about that. I hope you was out there like, bang, he seals it. Which I think that was him on commentary that night. I think it might have been him. But sometimes you guys as commentary, you've been with the organization, I totally understand this. But James looked like he trying to get his swagger back the other night, Rob. He had the little side step three. I was like, ooh, I said, James hooping. He hooping. But that was a great win for the Clippers the other night. I totally love to see it from them. They did exactly what they needed to do. I feel like this is one of those things where, as a NBA fan, I loved it. I really did. I loved it. I loved it so much to watch James go out there perform. He even told us, Rob, what he said, give me 10, 15 games. Get in the system. Got to get this right. Got to play my way back into shape, baby. And I was like, I said, James really, James is really about that life, bro. I said, he's really about that life. And I enjoyed with him. I enjoy watching my boy. Hey, in the end, do I think this could be a good move for the Clippers? Yeah, Russ is coming off the bench now. He's giving them that little extra, that spark that they need. I enjoy watching him come off the bench. Clippers look like they might make a little push. They beat the Rockets, even though, that's a young team. It's a young team. But a win is a win is a win,
Right.
In the words of Vin Diesel, if I win by intro, I win by mile, I still beat you. It is what it is. Did you have a chance to check him out? You saw the clip when they hit the
I didn't see the clip, but I mean, I did see that he won. He had a good little stat line too, and man, I mean, look. The one thing I will say is, yes, if the Clippers are good, it's going to be great for everybody because the West is you got to basically make sure you got somebody that's going to sharpen the iron of the Nuggets or at least beat them. Like you won't want to basically make it a foregone conclusion that they're going to win it. And it's not a ton of teams that's in the West that you can basically rely on and say, this is what's going to beat the Nuggets. This is going to be the team that's going to, overshadow them. So, I mean, if they can make it happen, with all those cats, with, Terrence Mann and Paul George, Kawhi, all those cats can come back and actually probably put it all together and win a championship. Nah, man, it's all good. But as far as what Brian Dameris said, he was right.
Yeah.
By a lot. and I mean, look, I understand saying like, okay, he kind of went far. But to be real, it's like everything he said was on point.
Yeah,
That's the thing about it. it was like everything was about when he said the line about, "Hey, have you ever had roommates, or you ever had a person that had a bunch of different roommates, and they always said this roommate is this roommate is that, and they kept saying that they're the problem." Yeah, sometimes when you basically smell something and everybody else is like, everybody else is smelling it, and people are moving in and out, and it's still there. Sometimes it's you.
Yeah.
You are that bad smell. And I'm not gonna say that every single problem where James Harden has gone has been his, but he has been a common denominator.
Yes, he
He was
has.
the common denominator with Brooklyn, even though that may have not been his fault. It
I
may be
think that might
diverging,
have been
Kyrie,
Kyrie.
you
I
know.
think that might have been
Um,
Kyrie because I think he really wanted that to work with him and KD. And I
yeah.
said this whenever I saw the trade for him going to Brooklyn. I said this off rip. I said Brooklyn needs to move Kyrie immediately. Don't wait.
Mm,
I said because
yeah,
I knew
that's true.
something was gonna happen, and it wasn't just it's not me being a Kyrie hater because god damn
Mm,
it, him and Luca is balling in Dallas right now. They
yeah.
are going stupid in Dallas. But I gotta say, I feel like Brooklyn maybe wasn't his fault, but you do have a point though. Houston, definitely his fault.
Hmm.
Philly, I definitely feel like Philly was his fault because even though he gave you a game, in a way, I'm gonna put the load of not winning on him and Joel Embiid. And
Yeah.
at the time, them not making the adjustments to play Tyrese Maxey a little bit more. To at least give
Mm,
James some type of rest or give him something else to go. Which Tyrese Maxey is balling insanely good since James is leaving. It
mm,
is a night and day. I mean, the young boy is out there giving buckets right
yes.
now. He is
Yes.
giving buckets. But I do have to agree on things. James, you have been a problem. I want to see you succeed. I want the beard to flourish.
Yes.
I want it to flourish, bro. But I have to call a spade a spade. Sometimes you got to get your shit together. Goddamn, you you got to do something to help the team and not be a cancer. And I feel like if he does it here and the Clippers make a run, let alone if they happen to win a championship, I feel like a lot of shit that was said about him is going to be swept under the carpet. We're not going to talk about
Oh yeah. Oh
it
yeah.
because
That
winning
that's
winning
that's
trumps everything.
absolutely true.
Yeah, winning trumps everything. We already know this. Winning trumps everything. Hey, it is what it is, and I understand. I truly understand. And hey, not everybody may agree with how I feel about that, but you all know that if somebody wins a championship, we sweep a lot of other crap under the rug, and we be like, nah, we not gonna talk about that right now.
He's gonna be that. He's gonna be like they gonna hyperbolize and everything. He gonna be top 5 guard and all this kind of shit. Top 10, top
Mm-hmm.
5 guard ever. Like he wins a
Oh yeah,
championship. It's gonna basically the ceiling is the roof. Like it's gonna be fucking nuts.
yeah. Cause I feel like if he wins a championship, the first thing that's gonna get said is we gonna put him in the picture of top 5 shooting guards. They gonna say,
Hmm.
oh, it's Mike and him and D
Hmm.
Wade and this one and that
And
one and
Kobe.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kobe. You gonna throw all of them up there now, and now you gonna throw James Harden's name in the mix if he wins a championship. Hey,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I do love. I want to see you flourish, James. Do the goddamn thing for the beard. Keep hitting them step backs, baby. You know we love to see it over here. Now moving on. Look, Rob is about to crucify somebody, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a warning ahead of time. But I'm gonna say my piece first, and I'm gonna be much more gentle than Rob and what he's about to do to you. So hey, you can take it like you want it. Clay Travis. The $1 million WNBA bet. Okay, so it's been a while. He's called him out. A high-end high school team could beat the WNBA champions. So I'm gonna say in short form, what Rob is probably gonna crucify you and say in long form and drag you across a bed of hot coals and then slather you up and then I don't know, probably numerous other things that he might do verbally to you before he lets you go, and then we go to another topic. But I will say this: you making $1 million bet with the WNBA against the high-end high school team. There's no real winner in this, except for maybe a monetary gain on one side or the other, and publicity for all of the crap that you have right now in your position that you own, and publicity for that. Okay, so that's the first thing, Clay Travis. If the high school team beats the WNBA, we're gonna say men are the superior beings. We told y'all, ha ha ha. Okay, this isn't something that science hasn't already told me and told Rob, and told you guys. Um, Now, if the WNBA wins, they beat high school kids. Okay, you see how that sounds? If they win, yeah, they get $1 million, which probably split among five of them is probably more than what they made during the season. But they beat high school kids. That's what we're gonna say. Then we're gonna say we'll put them against some college kids. Okay, and then if they lose, then we're gonna say it told you so. And so there's no real winner in this, bro. I understand what you're trying to say, but it's a stupid statement, Clay. We know physically that is some of these chicks that cannot hang with some of these dudes. I've seen, okay, Greg Monroe in high school probably is going to body Brittany Griner even at this stage in her life, okay? There's a bunch of high school kids that are bigger, stronger than and are 6'8" and are probably going to toss Brittany around on the block, even though she's a professional women's basketball player. Cool, I understand that. Look, can't see the shirt, but look, brains behind the burgers, brains behind the show. God damn it, me and Rob. But you're not going to win if she loses. If Brittany goes out here and there's some 5-star prospect center like damn near Bowl that gives her 30 and 20 and blocks like 10 shots, and they win this in a game, you just get to wave your hands and say, I told you so. Which, if the WNBA champions did get beat by a high school team, would it surprise me? Nah, not really. If they beat them, would it surprise me? I'd say these chicks probably got more experience playing against maybe a higher level competition. So I don't see what you're going at with this, my dog. I understand, but I don't understand because it's a frivolous argument. We know that, let's be real, it ain't one chick on the women's USA softball team that can go out there and they can beat that men's USA team that played. They are not beating them. Now, one of them is going to get one of them hard balls above about 70 or 80, and freaking Bryce Harper and them are going to probably score probably 40, 50 runs. That's on the low side. We're going to say, damn, they couldn't even put up. But we knew this. We knew this. It's a reason that they play fast pitch softball, and there's a reason that these men play fast pitch hardball, because these dudes are throwing a fucking 100 miles an hour. There's no chick out here clocking a hundo. There's no Araldis Chapman of women out here throwing this hard ball out here across this plate like that, because she'd be in the league with them. She'd be in the league with them at this point, even if she was just a pitcher. Even if she was just a pitcher. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let Rob crucify you. Go ahead, Rob.
Nate said in a lot of words of what I would basically say. But essentially, I'm going to put it like this. Clay Travis, you're an absolute embarrassment. Bet Online, you're an absolute embarrassment. Accessory to an embarrassment. What the fuck are you doing? Seriously. You are just as bad as what you would talk about women shaking their ass basically online for OnlyFans. You are a sports OnlyFans punk ass. All you do is basically do these kind of stunts like a fucking carnival promoter that's trying to have the strong guy wrestle a bear. Having basically women go against kids in just some kind of $1 million bet because you think the WNBA players are gonna go against high school players, and it's so different. Even though WNBA players have had all male practice squads for years, you doing shit like this is because you don't know what the fuck you doing. All you do is basically try to be Trump's bitch, sports bitch, excuse me. He already has other bitches elsewhere. So you try to be his sports bitch, just like Dave Portnoy and all these motherfuckers that's out here that can't do shit except for trump up the big man and talk about the manly things of what we have losing and all this. You are scum. You ain't shit. You ain't been shit. Won't be shit because you don't try to. All you do is you try to go for the fireworks and try to, ooh, look at what I'm doing for the male people. This is masculine. You ain't nothing but a bitch. Just like Vince Staples said, your mama raised a bitch. I'm sorry that she did that. Maybe it wasn't her intention, but here's the product. Sometimes it don't come out well, and apparently it's you. You doing shit like this is an absolute embarrassment to anybody that of any penis fucking people that basically is out here trying to basically big up people instead of trying to make some kind of show and make some kind of like fucking stunt. What are you proving? What do you got? Oh, $1 million bid. They don't make much during the year. You shouldn't make much either. Like nothing about you is worthwhile in anything. You are a waste of space, waste of life, waste of talent if you have it, and you are a waste of my time. The fact that I put any kind of words or any kind of things to you, nothing about you is worthwhile. Nothing about you is something that we should even talk about. You should be the excommunicado that we were saying Aaron Rodgers is. All you should be is somebody that is out in Siberia talking through an AM radio that's not getting anything but goats and snow. You are an embarrassment. You should hang it up, leave, go somewhere else, be somewhere else, and stay there until you don't have a breath in your lung and we don't have to hear your fucking voice. Everything you've done should be wiped from the face of the earth, and we don't have to basically deal with it and have to talk about bullshit like this or give any kind of credence to it. Please leave. And at least I use my manners. That's more than I. That's more than you really deserve.
See, Rob was
Moving
even
on.
polite at the end, Clay. Was even polite to your ass. I tried to see it. I tried to see you, dog. I told you.
I mean, it's Sunday, so why wouldn't there be something crucified? You know.
Exactly. Now we all know Thanksgiving is right around the corner. All right. So Rob hit me up. He was like, bro, there needs to be some sort of alternative to all of this Thanksgiving food. Because what if you ain't got Big Mama and them chefing it, or you ain't got you a little Betty Crocker whipping it in the kitchen? And Rob, we maybe think pizza. Pizza could be a Thanksgiving option now. Pizza.
Yeah, I've been saying it for years. Like, look, we've been talking. We look every time we are talking about food. We talk about the turkey, the dressing, and all this macaroni and cheese. All these things is from the whites of old that basically have made this dinner what it is. The green bean casseroles, the whatever. Pizza, pizza, the ultimate communal treat that everybody loves. Everybody loves pizza. Whether you love your cheese pizzas, you love your spinach and ricottas that's on it, or you love just a meat special. 3 meat, 4 meat, 5 meat. Just put a whole farm on some on some baked dough and tomato sauce. Pizza. Why isn't pizza more of a Thanksgiving meal? I mean, look, you can do whatever you want with pizza. It's a very versatile food. You can put whatever you want. You can put the turkey, cranberry sauce, all that. Make a Thanksgiving pizza. I'm telling you, look, I know I'm going to be on the island with this. I've been saying it for years that Thanksgiving food, pizza should be the next big thing that comes on there because it's been what we've known since we've known Thanksgiving. It's just one of those things that people don't want to do that. Because yes, you can make turkey and dressing and all of that in the middle of July. Yeah, it's not gonna be the exact same, and it's not gonna be what you might intend at that time, but it's not as if it's something that is out of the realm of ordinary. Pizza is like I said, the ultimate communal food. Everybody loves pizza. everybody loves like taking a slice of pizza and just gobbling it down amongst friends. That's what we should be. We should expand our minds. Think with your third, I guess your third stomach's eye. Like think with that. All right. We need to expand what we're doing with our food. It doesn't always have to be turkey or ham or whatever. Pizza, whatever kind of pizza you like, whatever kind of pizza your folks like, whether you're doing it for Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, any kind of other givings. Pizza, baby. We need to let pizza get the respect it deserves on a day like that day. And granted, and pizza didn't spread smallpox to Native Americans. But like that's just a whole nother thing, all right? But no, pizza. We need to expand our minds and our stomachs to pizza. Do it, people. Go on a limb and do it.
Never know, Thanksgiving pizza might catch on somewhere. They might.
It has to. It has to. We need. I will be that person. I will be that freedom fighter for pizza. Pizza needs to be included. We need to stop overlooking pizza. Let's bring pizza and bring it into our homes and in our do it.
Thanksgiving pizza would be some wild shit. I'm not even gonna lie. That would be some wild shit. But it might be some fire shit though. It might be some fire shit if they make it right.
Nothing beats a maybe but a try.
Some shredded turkey, never know. You might be able to work there, Rob. They might be able to work.
I'm just saying. Look. I have not won that battle in my own home yet. I will keep fighting till I cannot gobble any more food in this beautiful body.
You gotta fight the good
pizza.
Fight.
It's next. It's next
fight
up.
The good fight, baby. Gotta fight
the
good fight. Now, we got to touch upon a little college sports for y'all. College football, and these Heisman points for you all who you don't check out ESPN Heisman tracker. Keep track of like the ranks and the points on what they're giving. So look, we're gonna give you guys a quick glance over a few Heisman candidates, but Rob has one that he's favored, and I have one that's near and dear to my heart also. This purple and gold, wink, wink. So the four main ones that we're five main ones that we're definitely going to talk about. We're going to talk about Penix Jr., Daniels, Harrison, Travis, and that would be Bo Nix. Yeah, Bo Nix. Bo Nix, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. You dropping off the chart, my dog. You're not even there, but you're still solid, very solid for Oregon. But I have to give my argument for the purple and gold to get this. Jaden Daniels, who's currently second right now on ESPN's Heisman tracker, I think should maybe be number one. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this, okay? Me and Rob kind of, preference this a little bit because he has his own candidate, but I'm going to say this because Rob made some points, and we talked about the points on both sides, but I'm going to argue this. LSU only has two losses that can be considered not bad and one that you can consider bad. You lost to Florida State, you lost to Alabama. Both ranked teams at the time, they were both 8 at the time. Solid ass teams, took our ass whipping from. Okay. The Ole Miss game. I can understand where you can say that this is a bad loss. Lost by 6, 55-49, okay? But look what Jaden Daniels has to do. This man doesn't have an offensive line. Okay, let's be real. No offensive line. He doesn't have anybody rushing for him. Okay, look at the past 3 weeks. Georgia State, 413 passing. Who was the high rushing? Jaden Daniels, 96 yards. Florida game, 52-35. High passing, 372. 372. What was his rushing? 234 yards. 234 yards from the quarterback. From the quarterback. Not the running back, the
Yes.
quarterback.
So just one quarterback.
Just one. Just one. That's him. That's him. Not to mention that Alabama game. 219 yards. He rushed for 163 yards. Okay? To me, if we're talking pure production and what he has to do to try to carry a team, Jaden Daniels, baby. Jaden Daniels. That's who I gotta go with. Because it's no way that he has to carry the offense rushing, passing. Hell, the only thing he ain't doing is throwing that mug and taking off running and catching his own self. Hell, if they made a rule, let him do it. I'll be like, Jaden, go ahead and lob that bitch up in there and then try to fan out and catch it and try to get away from somebody. We got to make this happen. Yep. It is astonishing. It is astonishing to me to how much he's doing to try to carry LSU. Our offensive line, Kaka. Our defense, poo-poo. It's bad. It's bad down there in Baton Rouge. It's bad in Jigger City, goddammit. And it's too many jiggers on a goddamn football team. It gotta be. Something has to shake down there. Something has to go through to where they have to shore up this line. They have to get this defense because Jaden is out. He gonna be rolling soon. He about to be deuces. He about to be out. Who's next in line? Who do you have up next? Nobody can survive without doing what he's doing right now behind that line. And I know it's going to be people out there, some of y'all are Bo Nix fans and this, that, and other. But look, Bo Nix is out of the pitch as far as we're concerned. Just go. Just go. Oregon, look, we know what Oregon is. Oregon is a hell of a powerhouse team. But we've always seen these quarterbacks who stand behind the line of great many offensive men in offensive defenses. And Bo Nix, I'm not going to call him a slouch, but he doesn't have to do production-wise what a player like Jaden Daniels has to do to help carry the team. He has outlets that are going to save him. Okay? I'm just saying, Jaden Daniels for Heisman, damn it. That's how I'm in that right there. But Rob, go ahead. I know that you have your favorite. Go ahead and let the people know who you picking out here.
I'm not gonna do what Desmond Howard did. Not nothing against it. I just don't feel like raising my voice that right now. But the Penix, Michael Penix Jr. over there in Washington. I think he is the Heisman winner. I have him as the Heisman winner. Granted, all respect to Jaden Daniels, all respect to Marvin Harrison Jr., all respect to Bo Nix. Penix is my dude. Undefeated team, has gone through the murderous row of the Pac-12, which has been good this year. Went through a murderous row just the last 3 weeks with Oregon State, Utah, and USC. Even though USC's defense is but the offense is good, and he's had to win those shootouts. He has done everything and beat Oregon, who was captained by Bo Nix. He has done everything that needed to be done to have his team basically be in the top seat. And I think that has to have some kind of credit to it. Now, granted, Jaden Daniels, like I said, got 3 losses, and those losses came against some good teams. He has played lights out this year. Crazy stat lines, crazy everything. But as far as the guy that has been the best guy on the best team, it's been Michael Penix Jr. And I think that has to hold some kind of credit, some kind of something when it comes to the voters. Now, and it's kind of crazy because think about it, bro. Like, we've had so many juniors and sophomores or redshirt sophomores that basically have been winning these Heisman winners. We got 3 seniors that's basically up at the top.
Yes,
at this. Like, it's kind of wild that it's kind of come to this. Like, there's no other top guy that basically has supplanted them and made the season. Like, the fact that it is 3 seniors that's up for the Heisman is kind of, I don't say refreshing because I ain't like that, ain't all that cool.
Nah.
But it's one of those kind of things. It's like, it makes like, And so, nah, man, but nah, Michael Penix Jr. is my guy, and he's the only left-handed quarterback I trust, outside of Vic, essentially. But yeah, man, like, that's the dude that I think should win the Heisman. But like I said, credit to those other guys, credit to all them, and they're all gonna be the finalists. Penix is my guy. Penix is the guy that I got for the Heisman.
Yeah, I can definitely understand. Uh, Penix is a damn good choice. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like he's not. Now there are other people who some people may say Marvin Harrison Jr. Uh,
Mm.
Me and Rob talked about this, and I'm pretty sure Rob will agree with me whenever I say this. Is he the best at where he's at wide receiver wise? Hell yes.
Mm.
Can anybody guard him? Hell no. Should he win the Heisman or is he going to get the Heisman? Hell no. And it's clearly because you look at who captains the team usually on offense. If it's not a quarterback, it's usually a running back. It's hardly ever a wide receiver. Okay. And I don't have we ever saw a wide receiver? Because if he was the one, he would have been the first wide receiver, right? I want to say he would have been the first wide receiver.
Devontae Smith won it a couple years ago.
Okay, so Devontae Smith won it a few years ago. Okay, so bet. With that being said, you don't see wide receivers win this often because they catch the ball. They're not the one throwing it or they're not the one rushing it. So I know a lot of people are gonna say, y'all downplaying Marvin." Like I said, dude is unguardable. He's out there. God damn it, his daddy passed him all the right genes. Okay, it is what it is. He passed him all of the right genes. Now, is he gonna be noted? Yeah, he's gonna be noted. He's gonna be talked about. But you see he's beating out other quarterbacks. Right now he's beating out Jordan Travis of Florida State, which,
Well, yeah, I mean, George Travis is gonna be gone for a while.
Yeah. He's out of this, so we're good. And then, like I said, Bo Nix, you gotta look at what Bo Nix has in front of him and on the opposite side of the ball that helps make him so good. And I know that there's somebody gonna say, "Oh, you're talking out of both sides." Yeah. Look, let's be real. I'm gonna use this example. Brock Purdy is not your number one pick for quarterback. If you had to pick from every quarterback, if they told you there's a quarterback that's gonna he's gonna throw a pass that's gonna save your life, you're not picking Brock Purdy to throw this pass necessarily. Okay, maybe you are, maybe you're not. Rob shaking his head. Rob say, "Hell no." But because of where he is in that San Francisco offense and what's on the opposite side of the ball from him, it helps him because he knows my defense can go get a stop. I have playmakers out here on the field with me that I may not throw the best pass, but McCaffrey is probably going to catch it out of the backfield. Debo is going to catch this. Kittle is going to catch this for me. I can be a little off accuracy-wise. And this can still work out for me. That's how I feel about Bo Nix because Oregon is just, even though Oregon lost to Washington, Oregon is just stacked. Oregon is offense and defense, and you might be able to throw me a round back there. We might be able to go get you a few touchdowns, baby.
Quite possibly.
I'm gonna just throw that one out there. But it's the fact of what it is. And I'm not saying Bo Nix is a bad quarterback. It's just I don't feel like he's on the level of some of these other candidates because I watched Jaden Daniels run for his life on a regular. I just do. It upsets me being a LSU fan, and you know what? I'm gonna show y'all how much of a fan I am. Do you see these? Do you see these big fluffy sneaker shoes that I'm putting up here, baby? That's how much I love. They gotta keep my feet warm, baby. They gotta keep my feet warm. But I watch him run for his life at times. And LSU, y'all gotta get your shit together. That's a different subject. But it shows me how much production he has to put out there, which is why he's my pick. And Michael Penix Jr. is another terrific pick. Now, a lot of people thought Caleb Williams was going to go back to back, but he's dropped off the face of the earth right now. Do I think he still might be number one draft pick? Hell yeah. He's still going to be number one draft pick. I don't know the who, but somebody is going to give them a franchise quarterback possibly with Caleb Williams. And then next year, y'all got to get the receiver that's coming out over there. Damn. I forgot his name. Not Ezekiel, not Isaiah. Different story. But I know you know what I'm talking about, Rob. He had like the 96-yard kick return, like on week 2, week 3, something like that.
From USC?
Yeah. I want to say he
not Jerry Rice's son.
Nah. Not Jerry Rice's son. The other guy, the super fast kid. Damn near the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I look at stuff like that. I look at production and value, what you have to do to will a team to a win, over being the guy who's kind of the short guy behind all of the power. And I do enough to make us look really good. Because let's be real. I don't know if you guys saw that Oregon game with Washington. Penix showed you that this is my goddamn Heisman award, okay? He showed you that game that this is my award. You can shut up if you want to. And I'm going to be totally honest with you. If I was him, I probably would have been one of the cockiest people that you've ever saw, because I would have probably had a little board in my locker saying, "Bo who? Not tonight." Because that's just how good he played against him. But in all seriousness, the Heisman is one of these things where production is very much considered, and that's why I'm picking Jaden Daniels. Like I said, won't be mad if Penix wins it, which he might. Just would like, Daniels to win it. And I can't see a Bo Nix winning this. And Marvin Harrison Jr., yeah, you that dude, that wide receiver. You damn sure going up there. Wait, you damn sure going somewhere up that high in the draft. I can't lie to you. You gonna get out there. I know I'd love to see you anywhere, because I feel like he's going to be an impact player. I feel like he's going to be an immediate impact player, no matter where he goes, right away. Right away. But, Jaden, I need you to pull it off for us, baby. I need you to get a few more wins out you. I need you to see this. And, get that college money, baby. Get that college money. Them boys getting paid now, Rob. They out there wilding. They out there wilding. But we had to come bring you guys this show. Next week, we got an absolute banger, so you guys definitely be tuned for next week. Next week, we got a few things. I'm going to give y'all a little preview. Maybe a little NBA, how we can change up that All-Star weekend, baby. Things like that, of that sort, Something's going to, get you guys' mind going. But we're going to go ahead and end it here today. It was another episode of Bramigos Podcast. We out here for you guys, sports entertainment. Like, subscribe, share, tell your people about us. Tweet us. TikTok. Just get going with us, YouTube. Holla at your boys. Hook up with us and, chop it up with us. Leave comments. Anything you want to do, anything you guys want to see us talk about, we're always open for suggestions. And Rob, take us out, Rob. Let them know.
All right. Good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. Or I guess good afternoon, because it's about afternoon where we're at right now. Yeah, man. Like, glad you guys been rocking with us. I know we've been kind of inconsistent on weeks and everything, but hey, look. Anytime that you come here, we're going to have something for you. We're going to have something that's going to make you think, something make you laugh. I ain't going to make you cry, because grown people. I ain't going to make you cry. But look, we going to basically give you as great of a show as we possibly can. We enjoy doing this. We enjoy doing this for y'all. Just come through. Holla at your boys. Bramigos Podcast. Twitter, TikToks. You see my pretty face. You see Nate's pretty face on YouTube. With the shorts. Like, man, come through and talk to us.
Yeah, but we're out. Peace.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Bra Amigos podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.